Welcome back to another Pokemon Market Monday, your one-stop shop for all your Pokemon information. We go through last week's sales of sealed Pokemon products and Pokemon cards that are currently going up in price. And we do also cover any big Pokemon news, like cards or sets that get revealed. And if I do see any good deals, I always try to throw them in here too. And before we get started, we do have to give a big thanks to our video sponsor real quick, and that is Platinum Protectors. If you guys need cases for any type of collectible, Platinum Protectors have got you covered. They have cases for action figures, comic books, diecast, Funko Pops, trading cards, video games. And when it comes to trading cards, they have so many different cases. They just added a ton of new ones. They got all the booster bundles now, pretty much all the UPCs. They have the premium cases with the nice thick acrylic and the magnetic tops, or they have the cheaper cases where you're literally paying $2 a case. But it's not just Pokemon. They got Lorcana, they got One Piece, they got a ton of different TCGs. And then too, if you click my link in the description, you receive 10% off your first order of $50 or more. So definitely check them out. I'll have all the links in the description. All right, let's get into it. We are going to be checking out Evolving Skies. Let's check the regular ETBs. Here's the Umbreon one. Last sold for this, $353, $350, $389, $335. Gotta check that booster box. Last sold for this one is $24.50, $24.99, $2,500. So the same for the last few weeks. We will check a Pokemon Center ETB. Last sold for this one on TCG Player, $788. It was $850 and $814 before. All right, next we got Celebrations. So the regular ETB is actually coming down in price. Was at $265. Now last sold $249, $225, $260. Then we got to check the Pokemon Center ETB. That one I think is also coming down in price just a little bit. Last sold $365, $395, $380, $373, $358. And then the UPC. Last sold $750, $800, $800, $795. Next, we have Crown Zenith. So the Sea and Sky Premium Collection is up a couple dollars. Last sold $175, $176. Someone bought 14 of the promos for $10 each. And then we got the Crown Zenith Booster Bundle is now over $100. Last sold $106, $106, $104, $100. And then we got to check the regular ETB. I think that's going down still a little bit, just a couple bucks. Last sold all at $180. Got up to $188, so kind of just leveling out because it went up so quickly. And the Pokemon Center ETB. Last sold $445, $450, $401, $389. And then we got to check the premium collections. Here is the Zacian Figure Premium Collection. Last sold $199, $190, $194. You can get it shipped for $200. So definitely going up in price. Next, we got 151 Booster Bundle. Market price is now $80. Last sold $75, $85, $80. And then the regular ETB. Actually leveling out a little bit. Last sold $347, $343, $346. So right around $350. And the 151 UPC. Last sold $473, $477. And the Pokemon Center ETB. Last sold $949, $946, $934. So it's going to be $1,000 Pokemon Center ETB very soon. The binder collection is still around the same price. Zapdos is around the same. Posters around the same. Yeah, I think that is about it. Everything else is around the same, maybe up $1 or $2. Next, we have Prismatic Evolutions. So we got another bundle of the ETBs, and that got down to like 95. But last sold 98, 98, 100, 199. And then the Pokemon Center ETB is still doing very good. Last sold 325, 345, 300, 295. And the SPC market price $217, so that's down $1 or $2. All right, next we have Destined Rivals. So regular ETB right around $100 still. Pokemon Center ETB is leveling out around $240, $250. And the booster box got back up to $315. Now last sold $320, $323, $324. So that is pretty much the highest we've seen for that box. Otherwise, everything else is about the same. All right, let's get into it. We got the Paradox Rift booster box. We got some crazy movement right now on a lot of these booster boxes. Last sold $249, $249, all at $249. Next, Surging Sparks bouncing back. It got down about $234. Now last sold $234, $240, $240, $248, $249. So just coming up a little bit. These first few sets are just coming up, a tiny bit. We got Temporal Forces, got down to $225. Now last sold Let's see, that as a tear. Otherwise, 235, 250, and 250. Next, Palday Evolved, bouncing back. Got to 371, down to 345. Now last sold 375, 365, 380. Next, we have the Journey Together. This is the regular booster box. The other booster box is just up a little bit, like $1 or $2, so I didn't even add it. But last sold 250, 298. Wow. For the regular Journey Together booster box. Next, Obsidian Flames is going crazy. Was at 227. Now last sold 284, 288, 270, 290. Next, we have Stellar Crown, still slowly climbing. Was at 212. Now last sold 270, 238, 220, 225. Next, we have Twilight Masquerade. Same exact thing as Palday Evolved. Got up to 283. Down to 270. And going back up right now, last sold 285, 275, 290. Next, we have the Darkness Ablaze booster box. It's got down to 248. Now last sold 285, 299, 295, and 299. There's just so many people that are trying to collect every booster box from every set of whatever era they're collecting. That's why I feel like we get a ton of these random sales of some of these sets that are not very good. Next, we have Battle Styles. Was at 201. Now last sold 250, 250, 260, 250. So getting a little bit of love finally. That line's kind of going straight up. Next, we have Silver Tempest. Last sold 445, 435. Next, Chilling Rain. Last sold for this one is 595, 599. Next, Brilliant Stars booster box. Last sold 585, 565, 575. I bought a ton of Brilliant Stars. I just always felt like it was one of the most underrated sets just because of the Charizards. And then not to mention, I think it has the best trainer gallery. You know, it's a set that has the Umbreon and all the evolutions and stuff. So it's literally a Charizard and evolution set. And finally, it's getting some love. Next, we got Lost Origin. Last sold for this one, 839, 829, 810, 799. Next, Fusion Strike. Last sold 945, 935, and 900. Next, the Silver Tempest Booster Bundle. Last sold for this is 70, 80, 71. And then we got the Lost Origin Booster Bundle. Now last sold for this is 110, 99, 100. Next, we have the Paldean Fates Booster Bundle. Look at that line going straight up. It was at 65. Now last sold 78, 78, 75, and 70. Next, we have the Arceus V figure collection. I sucked up on a ton of these also. This was a no-brainer. It was very affordable. Had Cosmic Eclipse. Had a beautiful illustration rare promo that I felt like looked better than the actual alternate art that we got. Not to mention it's a figure box. And the box has texture. It's just so nice. Now last sold 135. 6 of them at 130. Another one at 133. Next, we have the Fusion Strike Build and Battle Stadium. Last sold 6 of them at 275, 270, 260. Next, we have the Lost Origin Build and Battle Stadium. Last sold 165, 175, 130, 150. Next, we have the Brilliant Stars Build and Battle Stadium. Last sold for this 123, 125, 110. Next, checking out some cards, we get the Mew EX from Paldean Fates. Last sold for this, $599, $580, $579, $799 with a picture of a PSA 9 card. Next, Greninja EX. Got down about $265. Now last sold $277, $280, $285. Next, the Charizard EX from Paldean Fates is moving again. Got down to $159. Now last sold $194, $180, $199. Next, we have the Gardevoir EX from Paldean Fates. This was a $70 card. Now last sold $108, $93, $90. Someone got 7 of them at $94. And another sale at $90. Next, the Charizard EX from Obsidian Flames with the line going up. This was a $55 card. Now last sold $75, $74, and $88. Next, we have the Pokemon Center Snorlax promo. This thing has been slowly climbing still. Last sold $196, $193, $210. And $185 for Lightly Played. Next, we have the Charmander Pokemon Center promo. Last sold for this, $225, $225, $190, and $195. Next, we have the Pikachu Pokemon Center Stand promo. It's got down to $67. Now last sold $94, $90, $91. Next, the Eevee Pokemon Center promo. This thing's kind of going wild because the actual Prismatic Pokemon Center ETB is going up too. This was a $50 promo. Now last sold $80, $72, $73. Next, we have the Team Rocket's Wobbuffet Pokemon Center promo. This is for Destined Rivals. This was $45 when it came out. Now last sold 71, 76, 79, 59, and 70. Next, we have the Mimikyu Pokemon Center promo. This was $35. Now last sold 99, 77, 75, 42. Next, we have the Magneton Pokemon Center Stamp promo. This was a $35 card. Now last sold 65, 60, 62. Next, the Gengar VMAX alternate art. It's got down to $575. Now last sold 668, 620, 634. Another one at 668. Next, we have the Charizard V alternate art. It's got down to $195. Now last sold 225, 228, 228, and 262. A couple of the 228s were PSA 9s. Next, we have the Dragonite V from Evolving Skies. It's got down to $233. Now last sold 308, 283, 283. So kind of copying the Lugia. Next, we have the Sleepy Tyranitar from Battle Styles. It's got down to $175. Now last sold 190, 176, 235, 226. Next, we have the Pikachu with Gray Felt Hat promo. It's got down to $318. Now last sold 547 sealed, 491, 491, 459, 555 sealed. Next, we have the Mew EX from the 151 UPC. Last sold for this 66, 65, 60, 70. In my opinion, I've always liked this card more than the Bubble Mew. Let me know down below in the comments which one you like more. I know the Bubble Mew, kind of references the movie and stuff, but still, I just think this is a cleaner card and the pink just pops on it. Next, your Greninja EX promo. It's got down to 38. Now last sold 65, 65, 63, and 49. Next, we have the Mewtwo 151 illustration rare promo. This was $25. Now last sold 31, 31, and 39. Next, the RCSV promo. This is from the RCSV figure box that we checked earlier. And this was a very cheap card for a very long time. Now last sold 38, 36, 34, 29. Next, we have the Pikachu Sword and Shield number 20 promo. This is a super nice promo. This is the one with all the Gen 8 starters. And last sold for this is $57.99, $50, $59. Next, we have the Vaporeon V Sword and Shield promo. Last sold for this card, $120, $80, $120, $92, $90. The cheapest you can get it shipped for right now is $89. Next, we have the Vaporeon VMAX Sword and Shield promo. Last sold for this, $99, $99, $95. Next, we have the Flareon V promo. Last sold for this one is $75, $70, $54, $73, and $65. Next, we have the Flareon VMAX promo. Last sold $70, $65, $67, and $74. Next, we have the Jolteon V Sword and Shield promo. Last sold for this one, $64, $67, $66, and $60. Next, the Jolteon VMAX promo. Last sold $69, $63, $58, and $62. Next, we have the Charizard VMAX Sword and Shield promo. This one is actually doing the worst out of the three. Last sold for this one is $28, $33, $29, and $32. Next, we have the Charizard V-Star Sword and Shield promo. Last sold for this one is $52, $52, $61, and $45. And last on the list, we have the Charizard V. This is the Sleepy Charizard. In my opinion, this is the best one. Yes, the V-Star goes with the Mewtwo V-Star, but in my opinion, those are both a little busy for my liking. And this one actually kind of goes with the Sword and Shield alternate art from Brilliant Stars, where Charizard and Venusaur are fighting, because this is the aftermath. Like, they just got done, fire everywhere, a bunch of broken trees, and they're just, glaring at each other. I just feel like this is such an awesome card. But last sold for this card is $32, $36, $35, and $34. But all right, that'll say it's Pokemon Market Monday, and I do have one little announcement. In the next couple weeks here, I am about to drop some PokeBeard merch. I'm partnering with another company. I really love their art style, and they're designing me, a t-shirt and probably a hoodie and like a long sleeve and stuff. So I will let you guys know when that drops. Probably going to be a limited run. Again, I'm not 100% sure yet. We're figuring out the details right now. And of course, if you guys like this content, please make sure you subscribe, hit that notification bell, leave a like and comment. If you guys want to support more, you can check out my Instagram, my TikTok, or my YouTube membership. It's only 99 cents a month. But all right, I want you guys to have a great day. And if you guys want to watch my last Sunday video, which was a super good one, it's my Sleeper Sunday where I go over a bunch of underrated cards and boxes, click this video here. Otherwise, we'll see you next time.